Hey everybody, welcome to the Foolish Club Media post-game show. I am Rocky Magaña, joined here today by my co-host Kramer Sansone. Steve Serda wisely opted not to be able to be here today. Smartly chose to spend time with his family other than to watch that complete and utter train wreck dumpster fire of a football game that we just witnessed from Chiefs Kingdom. I'm not going to sit here and just dump on the Chiefs all day, because what do we expect? I mean, Patrick Mahomes was out, then Gardner Minshew goes down, and then we got Chris Oladokun for the rest of the game. We got what we kind of anticipated or expected. It was not the most enjoyable experience of my life. So here's the deal, Kramer. I'm going to say this off the top so everybody knows.
Go for it.
I'm not drunk. But could you make it to that game completely sober?
I wish I could have done something for that game. That was a struggle bus from start to finish, trying to at least pay attention. I actually was cleaning my apartment during that game and glancing up at the time. That was bad. That was very bad.
At one point I was like, oh, well, okay, so the Titans got a safety, so this is going to be a 2-0 football game. Yeah. Obviously, because neither team can move the ball on offense, and the defense actually looks, somewhat decent against a really bad Titans offense. And then, in the second half, the defense completely folded and broke down, and
even the offensive line.
And then the offensive line broke. Well, we'll talk about the offensive line here in a second. But yeah, like the one thing the Chiefs had going for them was that the defense was playing well in the first half. But then in the second half, once there was just continual 3 and outs over and over and over again, and the defense was on the field for so long, they started giving up points. And then once the Titans broke through with the first touchdown, it was like, oh well, this game's out of reach.
Yeah,
the Chiefs are going to be able to come back from a touchdown and a field goal down. They're not going to be able to come back from a 9-point deficit in this football game. So we might as well just pack it up now. Yeah.
Then of course, we also see a missed field goal from our good boy Harrison Butker. It just adds to all the struggles. Even more holding penalties on the special teams. This was still an ugly game from start to finish with just the Kansas City Chiefs alone. And as you mentioned, I felt like the defense didn't give up, but it felt like they gave up a little bit. They knew they weren't going to win this game. They knew that.
I feel like they didn't give up, but they were at one point, they were like,
they were defeated.
Why are we killing ourselves when the offense is not going to be able to do anything with us giving them the ball back?
Well, this is also the first game that the Tennessee Titans have actually excelled on converting third downs, and they were converting third downs early in the game as well. So, and as they continued to add to it in that second half.
Listen, we're not going to sit here and just dump on the team the entire time.
I know. That's just what we saw.
We're not going to dump on the team the entire time. It was not a good football game. The Chiefs did not play well in it in any of the 3 phases. They lost to they got blown out by a very bad football team. But this does improve their draft stock for next year.
It does.
So everything has a silver lining, it is Christmas.
Do you want that though? Do you want that? Is that all of we're steaming are on that train of let's just get the best possible draft pick and the best possible spot for a draft pick right now?
No, I'm not there. But if we're going to play as bad as we did today, I'm going to look at the silver lining and say, oh, well, at least we do get a better draft pick. I don't want to tank. No, I don't believe in tanking. I think tanking is bullshit. I'm a competitor. We all played sports growing up. Every time you step on the field, on the mat, in the ring, whatever sport you played, you want to win. And in the words of the great Herm Edwards, you play to win the game, right? So, no, I don't think that. But at the same time, let's be real. Let's be realists at the same time and say, okay, the Chiefs did not play well. I don't want to sit here and crap on them at Christmas time, because these are real human beings, and we do know that they live and die on every word that we say here on this post-game show. Obviously,
of course.
We know that Beach and Andy are both going to be listening to this tonight. And so I don't want to be too mean to them at Christmas time and really just kind of crush their spirits.
And speaking of Christmas time, there's a good chance that Chris Oladokun will be suiting up because it is feared that the Chiefs, this is per Adam Schefter, Chiefs are concerned that quarterback Gardner Minshew tore his ACL. So, yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and Matt Derrick also reported that additional tests, but Minshew could be the second Chiefs quarterback in 2 games to tear his ACL. So, Oladokun might be the starting quarterback for Christmas night here in Kansas City on Thursday. So that at least that sucks. I love Gardner Minshew.
So this actually leads into what I want to talk about first off the rip today.
Off the rip.
Was that like, because the idea was that do the Chiefs bring back Gardner Minshew to kind of like be the security net in case, Patrick Mahomes isn't ready for week 1, and how comfortable do you feel about Gardner Minshew possibly being the week 1 starter if Patrick Mahomes isn't ready? But now it's like,
I'll throw it out the window right now.
Yeah, that's out the window because, like, okay, if Mahomes isn't ready, Minshew's definitely not going to be ready because he's going to be down in Dallas getting surgery a week after Mahomes did. And and the Chiefs are much more apt to rush Mahomes back than Gardner freaking Minshew to play a game. So, and Minshew's not even under contract for next year for the Chiefs. No. Okay. So then let me ask you this. I know this is the post-game show and we're supposed to be talking about the game, but do you really want to talk about the game or do you want to talk about something else Chiefs related at the moment?
Well, it's still Chiefs related. This does whatever we say today will affect what happens during the game. We won't be the first people that are strategically affecting the game, but at least we know what we're going to talk about is going to probably happen during said game.
Do you think so? Okay, so if you're the Chiefs going into next season, what's your plan for the backup quarterback position? Seeing what we've seen today, like, did Chris Oladokun show you enough today that you feel comfortable with him being possibly the week 1 starter next week?
Next week, yes, of course. But dude, there were some flashes of some bright spots for him, especially getting out of the pocket, moving it downfield. The pass to Isaiah Pacheco I thought was one of the better plays that he had to extend. And it shows off his talent. He's been in the system now for 3 years, 2 or 3 years. He knows all the plays. He knows what to do. It's just whether or not can the offensive line keep him upright. That was the problem in the second half. He was getting sacked. I think he was sacked 4 times, 2 in that final drive, which completely hurt any type of chances. Not the final drive, but the second to last final drive where they at least had a chance in that game. I like him. I would still consider now at this point in time, you should probably draft. When I say this, not early. I would say draft a guy like in the 4th or 5th or 6th round to be a person that, hey, we know for a fact he's going to be on this roster right now for the next 4 to 5 years. So you might as well have some sort of security blanket. You're not going after the Fernando Mendoza, clearly. Unless he falls all the way down to the 3rd round, then yes, get him to be a backup. But I would say you would go to the draft for this. And I don't mind Chris Oladokun. He seemed fine today. It's just he couldn't be kept upright.
You're saying so you're going more like the Diego Pavia route kind of thing than the Fernando.
Hell, Quinn Ewers was a 5th round draft pick. What was it, last year? And he started today for the Dolphins. He was at least in that entire system. He looked fine in the first half of that game if you were watching Red Zone. But then after that, all the Bengals just took off with it, and you really can't keep up. But go that route. Go draft a guy late, and you can have him on your roster for 4 or 5 years.
Here's the deal. It's like with Chris Oladokun is that, he does make some plays when he's outside of the pocket and when he's creating, and he's got some nice legs on him. Real sexy legs. When I say nice legs, I don't mean movement wise. I mean just well sculpted legs. Just he moves out of the pocket well. But that's kind of all he does. Like playing within the framework of the actual offense, he doesn't do a lot. He's able to scramble and create something when the play breaks down, but within the actual structure of the offense, not a lot is happening. And he takes a lot of sacks.
So there's not enough playing time for him. He'll understand the sacks if he has more playing time, but who also extends plays, moves out of the pocket? Patrick Mahomes. Literally, I'm not saying they're comparing the two, but he's the Patrick Mahomes light he's the light version of Patrick Mahomes than Gardner Minshew is.
The difference is that is that Chris Oladokun does the things that Patrick Mahomes does when the play breaks down, but he doesn't do the stuff that Patrick Mahomes does. Well, he doesn't do the stuff that Patrick Mahomes does within the structure of the offense. Like a lot of the sacks that he took today were because he didn't make the correct reads at the line of scrimmage, right? Patrick Mahomes is audibly out of things. He's calling out the protections. He's telling the offensive line to watch out for these blitzes. There's a lot of things that Patrick Mahomes does that Chris Oladokun doesn't, and that's why he got sacked and was under pressure a lot more. Also, he got sacked and was under pressure because the Chiefs' offensive line is beat to hell and back, and they're starting third string guys at both tackle positions.
Did you see Trey Smith and Creed Humphrey in that first half?
Yeah, I did, and I loved it.
Me too. Absolutely loved it.
Get fired up. Call the guys out. Tell them that the standard is the standard.
Yeah, wake the F up.
And wake the F up. But at the same time, like, understand that they are third string players in the NFL, just doing their best. Yeah, man, it's bleak road right now at One Arrowhead Drive. I don't know. It's gonna be a long rest of the month and the next couple of weeks, next couple of games. Are the Chiefs bad enough to lose to the Raiders yet?
They might be.
They might be. I mean, that's pretty bad, but they might be. If they can't stop Ashton Jeanty, then yeah, they are.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Because that's what happened late in this game is that the Titans running game kind of busted through a little bit, and Cam Ward kind of played his best game he's played in a really long time. But a lot of that's because the Chiefs defense was on the field for so long. We didn't see a lot out of the pass rush today out of the Kansas City. The secondary played pretty good in the first half. The running defense was pretty good in the first half. I mean, it was sad more than anything. I think, especially with Gardner Minshew going down, that if this is the end of Travis Kelce's run, that like he's going out with 2 more starts by Chris Oladokun with an offense that can't move the ball, and if that's going to be his goodbye to Kansas City, like he deserves better than that. Like he deserved to have Patrick Mahomes as his quarterback and get a final touchdown, get some yards, have a couple nice games, and even if the team's not going out on top, for him to have a nice exit, into retirement.
And Travis did finish the day with 4 targets, and one of them was a reception for 6 yards.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. If we have 2 more games like that, and then that's the last we see of Travis Kelce, that's going to be a sad way for him to end his career. And that I want them to go out and try. If they're not going to win and they're not going to move the football, then go out and target Travis Kelce 22 times.
Yeah. No, I agree.
If that's all you got, and if that's all we have to look forward to, then just target Travis Kelce 22 times. I don't care if you throw 7 interceptions and you lose the game. Who cares at this point? Like, get Travis as many receptions, as many yards as he can get before it's all said and done, because we have nothing else to play for other than to help out our guy.
It's not like Andy Reid's shying away from not still playing the older guys in the system. It's just that whoever the quarterback is, make that first option. Just not even make the first option. Hike the ball, look to Travis and throw it to him. That's all you really need to do at this point in time. Simplify it. Just simplify it. I also saw with the Oladokun, he was looking at multiple options to throw it down the field, which I completely get that. I understand. But just get rid of the ball. Like you have no time in that pocket whatsoever. Just get rid of the ball.
Just get rid. And I understand that like Oladokun, he's playing for a roster spot next year, but like, I mean, the Chiefs almost need to go out and sign a guy who has nothing to lose. Like a Phillip Rivers type of situation where he can just come in and just throw the ball to Travis repeatedly and not have to worry about is this gonna harm his ability to make the practice squad next year and be able to put food on the table for his family.
So who's that guy then? Who's
that's
that guy
where Oladokun's head is. Oladokun's head is like, I don't want to make mistakes because I gotta keep a job on the practice squad next year, and try to keep putting food on the table for my family. But what you need is a guy who's got no skin in the game at this point, right? Who's just like, who would want to come to a team that is like, it's going nowhere? We already know that we're not going to the playoffs. There is none. No one's going to, if say Veach calls
Derek Carr
There's
tomorrow.
a quarterback out there that's like, I just want one more game
No.
shooting up and stepping on the field.
No,
you don't think there's somebody out there?
No, because Philip Rivers, the reason why he did it is because there's a chance for the Colts to make the playoffs, and also his insurance, the 5 year after the league went up, so he had to find a way to insure himself and his family for 5 more years, all 20 kids he has.
You don't think that Matt Castle out there would be like,
no,
I just had one more chance?
Do you hold on? Do you want to see that? Do you want to see Matt Castle suit up next week over Chris Oladokun?
No, I don't. I don't want to see Matt Castle
all right.
suit up over Chris Oladokun. But you know what I would like to see is Joe Montana's old ass out there limping around and trying to suit up in his AARP, Social Security self out there throwing the football around. He's like,
where's Bailey Zappi at? He'd be the only guy I would pick off a practice squad to come in and try to play for 1 week.
There you go. Like
he's in Cleveland. He's in Cleveland right now.
Right? Or what's Tyrod Taylor doing right now?
He is the Jets quarterback. No, he's not. No, because Brady Cook is. Tyrod Taylor's hurt.
Is he?
I think he's hurt. I think he got hurt last week or 2 weeks ago.
Collapsed lung.
No, it wasn't the Chargers physician helping him out.
Wasn't the Chargers physician helping out this year?
No, he's up in actually Pittsburgh. That's what happened to TJ Watt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know, man. There's like what do you want to see out of the Chiefs these next 2 weeks to end the season?
I mean, I'd love to see the young guys play, but here's the thing. I don't see that happening. I think Chiefs and also Andy, they don't care what we truly want right now, Rocky. They just want to go out there and field the best team possible to win. And if that means the guys that we see each and every single week, a Kareem Hunt, a Travis Kelce, a Juju Smith-Schuster, they're tipping their hand saying that these guys are better than what we currently have on this roster. I don't care how young you are. I don't care the talent. The best talent out there is who we're going to see each and every single week for this team to try and win football games because they're trying to win football games. So at this point, I honestly just want to see Travis Kelce ball out because we know the old guys are going to be out there. Just throw him the ball. I want to see at least 20 targets from the next 2 weeks. That would be awesome. It's not going to happen. But that would be great.
So is that an indictment of the roster then, right? Then like if the team that we have out there we saw today is the best guys that they have to put on the field right now, how much was Patrick Mahomes covering up on this roster?
Patrick Mahomes should be the MVP right now from what he's done with this roster. This roster is without Patrick Mahomes is horrendous. Like it's and it showed against the Titans. The Titans who had 2 wins coming into the season in this game.
It does feel like in previous years, right? You have a guy like Chase Daniel or Chad Henne come in and this team would still be competitive, right? And they would beat a team like this. But the fact that they came in, they couldn't move the ball at all has to be an indictment on the depth of this roster and of the players, the other players on this team. And also the fact that you're talking about playing the best players and guys like Jalen Royals still can't get on the field at any point this season. And Dameon Pierce is active but can't get on the field in this game for any meaningful touch.
He actually was inactive at the beginning of the game. He was put on the inactive list, which is like why bring him, elevate him just to
why elevate him just to make him a healthy scratch, right?
Yeah.
Like,
did you see Brashard Smith today?
No,
I didn't either.
No, I know that I think he did have 1 carry, but like
it's probably the first drive.
Yeah, I mean it was Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt all day. I mean, listen, the Chiefs have got to get wide receivers who can get open instead of being schemed open. They got to get guys who are willing to jump and make a contested catch. They got to get a running back that has some explosive ability to him, other than Kareem Hunt, because Isaiah Pacheco is just going to run in the back of his blockers. Like he's fast, but he's not agile, and he can't break tackles.
It's like he runs with his head down.
He does. Like he's not even looking where he's going. Right. He's just trying to go as fast as he can in a straight line, as far as he can until he hits something. I mean, on the defense, you got to fix the pass rush. I mean, like outside of Chris Jones, there's just not a lot going on there. George Karlaftis is an effort guy. It's going to be interesting to see what the Chiefs do with linebacker. Leo Chenal is done for the season.
They desperately needed him to this today. Like I think those Tajay Spears checkdowns wouldn't have done as much damage without Leo Chenal out there.
Yeah. There's too many right now. It honestly feels like there's too many holes on this roster to be fixed in one offseason.
I agree.
They can get back. They can fix some of them and probably get back to being competitive. But you want to talk about the Chiefs like challenging for a Super Bowl? Like rebuilds usually take multiple years, and this feels like a multi-year rebuild at this point. A healthy Mahomes does cover a multitude of sins, but we saw this year Mahomes by himself is not enough. It is what it is. Like this happens in the NFL. Like teams play, you have championship teams, and then the rosters get old. The players cycle out. You draft it at the bottom of the draft for long enough. The draft is designed for this to happen, to bring good teams back to the middle or back to the bottom, and then they get to draft high again and they rebuild. It's depressing as a fan base to go from the mountaintop to where you're used to being as a Raider fan.
I mean, here's the thing: is how this game went. I'm so used to watching this weekly,
which is depressing for me to hear that because I never ever want to be mentioned in the same breath as a depressed ass Raiders fan, because you guys are a depressing lot of people. Like I do not want to. I don't want my team to be in the lower dredges of the league.
Do you wonder why I actually enjoy talking Chiefs football? Because it's actually a good brand of football. Right now, this isn't a good brand of football. Like I've seen ever since I moved to Kansas City. Like this was like I wanted to be in sports media, and I want to cover a team that's relatively decent. Didn't expect when I moved here in 2019. I didn't expect to see what we've seen this entire run since 2019. This is the first January that I'm going to be literally doing not so much Chiefs content, because it's like I enjoy doing this stuff. I like talking about a good team. Right now, this team is not good, and the fact that they've made it to back Super Bowls is truly remarkable and incredible. But man, they need to do so much for these next year and a half, 2 years in order to get back to where we've grown accustomed to seeing them. That's in the AFC Championship game. That's going to be, I feel like that's going to be in some time before they're even back or sniffing close to that. Hopefully it's less than 2 years, hopefully, but it's not.
I mean, we'll see, right? I mean, this is the offseason that's going to define Brett Veach's legacy, right? He's either going to be defined as one of the greatest GMs in the history of football, or the guy who had Patrick Mahomes, who covered a multitude of sins, right? Like this is the offseason that's going to define that. And with that, this is going to be the offseason that kind of defines Andy Reid's last ride as well. Like if Andy Reid gets fired from the Chiefs after a bad year in 2026, then I don't see him going to another team and trying to start all over again. Like this, he'll more likely retire than anything, right? And I think he'll more likely retire than the Chiefs fire him. The Chiefs would give him like the honorable way out.
I don't see the Chiefs going on away from Andy Reid. It's just one bad year. This is his.
Well, no, this year they're not going to. I'm saying like maybe like next year. If next year sucks as well, then and they decide to move on, they're not going to fire Andy Reid. They're gonna he's going to retire. You know what I mean? And then to save face, kind of like how it was released in the media this week, released in the media this week that Matt Nagy decided not to sign an extension this summer because he thought that he might be a head coaching candidate.
He is.
Guess what? You don't have to fire your friend if they're not under contract.
It's true
anymore, right? And so
that's why they do those 1-year deals.
And so so it's just it is what it is at this point. And so
and we already know Nagy's probably going to Tennessee. So
with all of that being said, I don't think that Andy Reid is going to be overly loyal to his coaches like Nagy or Tube this year, because you could be my friend all you want, but Andy Reid has sacrificed a lot for this sport and a lot for his legacy and a lot for this game. And he's given up a lot so far, and this is his last ride. And I don't think he's going to let it get completely derailed by being overly loyal to Matt Nagy and Dave Toub, right? Like I think that you're going to see a pretty big shakeup in the coaching staff this offseason.
Is it crazy that the Rams fired their special teams coordinator just yesterday or 2 days ago? It was just as of recent, but yet Dave Tobe is still clinging on for dear life here in Kansas City, and he seems like he's untouchable until the end of the season. Is that strange? Is that like I find that odd.
I would say it'd be odd if he wasn't the assistant head coach as well.
Well, true, but
I think the fact that he's
right.
Listen, I think
You're right.
it's because he has the assistant head coach title attached to him as well that it's a bigger firing than just a special teams coordinator.
That makes
If he was
sense.
just
You
a
got a good
special
point.
teams coordinator, then sure, but he's the assistant head coach, and so it has to be an offseason move, I think, because of how he's tied to Andy Reid like that. It will be interesting this offseason to see like what the Chiefs do. Interesting enough, our friend Country Boy over on when we did Beach Season Christmas Party last week said that he wanted to see Jeremy Maclin as the Chiefs wide receivers coach. And then he tweeted at Jeremy Maclin telling him that. And then Jeremy Maclin replied to him and said, "Big Red has my number. Tell him to call me."
It was badass, actually.
So I mean, that's pretty amazing. So listen, there's going to be a shakeup in the roster. I mean, I don't think that Jeremy Maclin's going to be the wide receivers coach. I think it's more likely to see that the Chiefs move on from Connor Embry and maybe they move Todd Pinkston from running backs to wide receivers because Todd Pinkston was a wide receiver. But I would say that in the position coaches, there's going to be a shakeup, and at the coordinator level, there's going to be a shakeup. I think that Spagnuolo probably stays, right? But
you would hope
that Nagy and Tobe move on, and that I think that's the right move too, right? What the Chiefs do from there, because Andy Reid's not going to go outside of his coaching tree, right? So it's going to be who's available that he's comfortable with, So is it going to be a Mike Kafka?
But I wouldn't be shocked if Kafka comes here. What doesn't say that Spags gets offered a job in New York? Like, you know what I mean?
And listen, also, if the Buffalo Bills have an early exit this year, who says that Sean McDermott's not on the hot seat? And Andy Reid and Sean McDermott are friends, and so Sean McDermott could come here as DC. Like, who knows, right? Like there's still a lot of things to up in the air. Like, you'll see all these reports that say, "Oh, well, Matt Nagy's tied to Tennessee, and Matt Nagy's tied to New York." And Minter is tied to Tennessee as well. And also, well, of course, because all these teams are making up their lists of people to interview. And their list could be 10 people long. So there could be 10 people tied to Tennessee. Well, only one of those 10 people is going to end up with the job. And it could be somebody who we haven't even heard about on that list. Mm-hmm. Right. I mean, and you always have to leave out the possibility of a Mike Tomlin situation where he's brought in as a Rooney Rule candidate and then blows their socks off. Mike Tomlin was a linebackers coach before he got the head coaching job, I think, like something like that.
I just know Tomlin as just a head coach.
He wasn't even a coordinator. He came in and just like blew their socks off in the interview, and they were like, "Yeah, that's our guy." And so you can't rule out a situation like that happening with one of these open coaching positions as well. So all that being said, is that any rumors you see this time of year, you can't trust, right? No, you take them all with a grain of salt. So let's talk about the defense a little bit though. Today, like if you were to say, like, put on your rose-colored glasses, what silver linings did you see out of this defense today?
I mean, they forced pressure on to Cam Ward in the first half. I thought the first half they played a great game. I thought they did. I thought this defense was going to contain everything. This could have been a 9-6 loss for the Chiefs, but just I don't know what happened. I don't know what switch happened in that second half, but man, it just nothing seemed to go their way, whether it's defense wise. I don't know. It was just bad.
Like, listen, I thought that the front four played really well in the first half. The run defense played really well in the first half. They were shooting gaps. They were playing physical. They were playing with some passion. Ashton Gelati played well in the run game, I thought, in the first half.
I swear, Drew Tranquil and Nick Bolton were everywhere. Drew
Tranquil and Nick Bolton were everywhere. The linebackers looked really good in the running game. And honestly, God, I like the fire I saw at Jaden Hicks. I know he got an unsportsmanlike contact penalty, but I really felt like that one kind of went both ways. Both guys were kind of being chippy on that play, and I like the fact that he was still looking passionate out there and he was still playing hard.
Dude, Shamari Connor's blitz, where he basically picked up Tony Pollard and pushed him to Cam Ward, was awesome. Like, I thought that was probably the best highlight of the day on defense.
And so, like, that's the whole thing. It's like, yeah, is this team good? No. Is this team still playing hard? I think so. Like, yes. This team hasn't given up. They're still playing hard. They've said it all week long. Like, okay, yeah, we're out of the playoff race, but we still are playing for the name on our back and the name on the front of the jersey, right? Like, we're still playing for our team, for our pride, for the standard, and because our name is on the product that we put on the field. Like, that is the right mentality to have going into these next 2 weeks.
Hey, a question for you. Do you this is what happened during the game. Who was the leading solo tackler for this team, for the Chiefs? Who do you think it was?
I'm going to say it was a special teamer.
I mean, I don't think he should be on the field. Kristen Fulton with 7 solo tackles. He led the team.
Good on you, Fulton.
Yeah,
way to have a day. Good for you.
You're telling me that couldn't be Noel Williams out there? It's ridiculous.
Could have been anybody. Could have been you out there, Kramer.
It could have been. It couldn't. Noel Williams didn't play. He did. He played a little bit.
He played a little bit.
Not enough.
Not enough, but he played a little bit. I mean, you could say that about anybody, but anybody who didn't play in this game, because you should have been emptying the bench at this point. It should have been like senior night for the Chiefs, right?
Yeah, it should have
like
been.
Anybody who hasn't gotten a snap this year, bring them on out.
Let them get a snap.
Put some tape on. Put some tape up. You know, I mean, maybe that's going to be Christmas night. Maybe it's going to be the last week of the season. Who knows? We got 2 more games to watch this year. And listen, if for some reason it feels like the season just started to me, still like this season has gone by so quickly.
Dude, Santa comes down the chimney here in about 3 days, 3 nights.
My kids will not let me forget it. Let me tell you something.
Oh yeah,
Santa actually left my kids an early Christmas present this year.
I love that when he does that.
You know how that happened? Because we bought a Christmas present that my son had asked Santa Claus for, and then my wife forgot to take it out of the car. Then my kid got in the car and said, "Oh, there's the toy I asked for Christmas from Santa Claus. Oh, he must have brought it and put it in the car for me as an early present."
That's awesome.
And what do you say at that point? He's 4. Yeah,
you're right.
Of course he did. Santa Claus knew that you'd been such a good kid that he brought you an early Christmas present and put it in mom's Chevy Traverse.
Makes sense. Checks out.
In the floor underneath Dad's hoodie. So that you would find it, son. Yeah. And so yeah, Santa Claus is coming down the chimney soon. Can't come soon enough. It is Christmas time though, so I don't want to bah humbug things. Like everybody just enjoy we have 2 more games probably of Travis Kelce's career left.
Enjoy it.
Even if he's not going to catch any passes, even if he's only going to get 6 yards a carry, enjoy watching 87 go out there and give everything he has and run routes. Enjoy him out there on the field as a Kansas City Chief, wearing our colors, repping our city, because he is a future Hall of Famer. He has done nothing but give everything that he has for this city, for this team. And he's brought us championships. He's the guy that we can be proud of. And so if you do nothing else over the next 2 weeks, instead take all the energy you have. This is my advice to you. Take all the energy you have of being pissed off about how bad this team is, and instead try to refocus that energy into gratitude for Travis Kelce, that we get to watch him play 2 more football games, and just make this about appreciating who he is and what he has done for this city, and don't care about the outcome of the games. Because if you care about the outcome of the games, your heart's going to be broken. You're going to be sad. You're going to be pissy. You're going to be mad. You're going to be pessimistic, and it's just going to eat. It's going to eat at your happiness. It's going to erode the happiness inside of you. But if instead you lean into gratitude, this is where I'm at. I'm telling people to lean into gratitude, Kramer. This is where we're at as Chiefs fans. Instead, you lean into gratitude of Kelce and what he's done for this city and who he is as a player. I feel like you'll have a happier rest of 2025.
Yes. No, we'll find the little positives in what we've seen so far and continue to grab to it. But no, seriously, enjoy what we've been seeing from Travis Kelce because he's one of one. There's no one ever going to replace him. There's no one that should be able to replace him because, damn it, he's been incredible for this team for the last, I don't know how many years he's been on here. It was a 13 or 14. It seems like he's been here forever. He's been here for his entire life. The fact that if he is to retire, be on one team his entire career to do it, that means I think the most and more and more each and every single day because he's a thick and thin Kansas City Chief.
Nobody does that anymore, right? Like
Nope.
nobody stays with one team throughout their entire career. Nobody commits to one organization throughout their entire career. Nobody has been as big of a team player as Travis Kelce has been in his career. Nobody has said it's my bad when he messes up the most, while also trying to prop up his teammates and encourage them when they make mistakes, right? Like he is the consummate team guy. He's who you want on your roster. And we got to witness greatness out of number 87 for every single year. And every single time he stepped on the football field, even if he wasn't at his best, you knew that he was giving his best, right? And so never thought that he was packing it in. And so just spend the next 2 days just appreciating Travis Kelce. Well, I mean, we don't got to break down this game too much more because it was pretty much a miserable football game and it's Christmas time. What do you want to see out of this Chiefs team for the next 2 weeks, Kramer? Like, what do you want to see to give you hope moving forward throughout the rest of the season?
Pressure from Ashton Gelati, pressure from George Karlaftis. I just want to see those two guys at least try to feast. It's going to be hard against the offensive line against the Broncos coming up, but they can do that in Week 18 against the Raiders. Like I think they can. I think they're going to go 1-1 in the next 2 games, and that's a-okay with me. Win that last game. Win that final game of the year. You need to win. Let's end the season on a high note. Only a handful of teams can say that they win their last game of the season, and doing it in Week 18. So be it. Just finish strong.
I mean, honestly, God, beat the Raiders, and I'm a happy man. Like obviously,
I'm okay with it. I seriously
want this team to challenge for the Super Bowl. I want this team to win the division. But if you beat the Raiders twice in the season, I'll be a happy man, right? Just beat the Raiders. That's all I care about.
And as a fan of that team, I want the Raiders to lose. That's okay.
Well, of course you do, because you want Fernando Mendoza.
I don't want him. I want the Oregon boy. He looked great last night.
You want Dante Moore? You want your boy Dante Moore? Okay.
I think he looks good. He might be the better.
Listen, the one thing that Chiefs fans should be doing this next week or so, next couple of weeks, is watching the college football playoffs.
Yes,
and watching guys that we're highlighting over on our podcast here at Foolish Club Media, but then also over at Arrowhead Pride, because for the first time ever, the Chiefs are going to have a top 10 draft pick, and there's nobody who's off the block for them, who's not within striking distance of trading up for.
It's true.
Or who might fall to them, and so for the first time ever, there's half of the draft board is not just out of reach for the Chiefs, right? And so the Chiefs need to hit in this draft on a superstar. They need to get a guy who's a building block for the next version of the Patrick Mahomes led offense in Kansas City. I want to see in this next couple of weeks, I just want to see the team keep fighting. I want to see the team keep trying. I don't want to see them pack it in, and I want to see this coaching staff not get conservative and shut down the playbook. Like don't try to play it close to the vest and run the ball 50 times to try to win a 9-6 football game. Right? That's what they're probably going to do. But go out there and let Chris Oladokun throw the ball and sling it all over the field and see what he can do. Right now, try things, try new things, try new concepts. Be daring with it. Be daring with your play calling. Run a fake punt. Who cares? Right? Like, go for it on 4th down. Like, it doesn't matter if you win or lose at this point. What matters is that you play daringly and that you find out what you have on the roster with each one of these guys, and you give these guys a chance to show you what they have. Treat these next 2 games like preseason games, right? Just let everybody play and give everybody a shot and see what you got. And if some guy comes in and he's on a heater, Like if Chris Oladokun comes in and he's on the heater and he's throwing the ball all over the place, ride that hot hand. If Rashard Smith comes in and he's ripping off some long runs, ride that hot hand. But just like give guys opportunities to shine, because you need to know what you have from top to bottom on your roster heading into next season.
Yeah, I ditto. I want to see Chris Oladokun ball out against the Broncos. Watch him beat the Broncos next week.
That'd be great. I would love it.
That'd be great.
Nothing more than to see Chris Oladokun ball out and beat the Broncos.
Especially him on a full. I mean, it's not a full week schedule. They're gonna have to go back to practice schedule. Very short week.
Very short week schedule.
I think that plays to help him out. I do. I think that because there's gonna be not much tape. There's not much to prepare the Broncos for them. So let's turn our directions to Christmas Day.
Let's do it. Let's do it, baby. All right. Listen, we're not gonna take up any more of your time. It's a Sunday evening. Go watch some football. Go love on your family. Go do something Christmassy with your people, or Happy Hanukkah as well, or Happy Kwanzaa. Go do something holiday related with the people that you love, and just find somebody to love on and be cool to tonight. Thanks for rocking with us in this post-game show. Chiefs drop another disappointing football game, but it's just football. It's not the end of the world. There's more important things going on. It's all entertainment, people. So we love you guys, and we'll talk to you soon.